Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to Dark Souls. So last time we defeated Ornstein and Smo and got the Lordvessel, so we should probably figure out what the heck we gotta do with this thing. So let's talk to Frampt.
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lordvessel. After 1,000 years, it is you. It is really you.
Yeah, Frampt's pretty happy.
Forgive me. I really should calm down. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
Love the moan.
This is the firelink chamber.
Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, we just gotta put down the Lordvessel here, and this will open up the 4 main bosses they were talked about in the opening cutscene of the game. So Seath, Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and then the other one is kind of an unknown, but I haven't really talked about them too much. So Nito has the Soul of Death, Witches of Izalith the Soul of Life, Gwyn has the Soul of Light, and then the Dark Soul was found by the Furtive Pygmy. There's another NPC named Kath. He's the other primordial serpent you can find. He's the one who tells you about the origin of the Dark Soul. Believe it or not, the game's not just called Dark Souls for some random reason. But it's certainly interesting. And yeah, so like that's the Demon Ruins where we killed Ceaseless Discharge, so we would have encountered that wall had we kept going there. Chances are you maybe saw 1 or 2 of those walls so far, but yeah, once you're done, if you want to go back up to Firelink, you can just talk to Frampt.
I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath, the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lordvessel.
Yeah, there you go.
You ready? Then we shall.
There's what you need to do. I also want to give him my coins if I can talk to him. Do I need to back off a little bit? Do I need to back off further? There we go. Feed items. Oh, I didn't know you could have them warp you either. Huh, that's cool. We'll get another 20,000 souls out of that. All right. Yeah, my first goal is I'm actually going to go after the 4 Kings of New Londo first, because that's where you're going to get the Ember that allows you to get plus 15 weapons, thus making all 4 of the other areas easier. You can do all of these in any order you want. If you want the order I'm going in, it's going to be the 4 Kings of New Londo, the Witch of Izalith, and then the other 2 I'm actually undecided on, but I'll just pick one when the time comes. Most likely it'll be Nito and then Seath. I like to do Seath last because I have the hardest time with that area, so I just like to be as high level as I can get. But yeah, we need 20,000 souls for the Crest of Artorias, so I'm going to go on ahead and purchase that. And I actually didn't bother to see how much we would get from Frampt for the boss souls. See if those are worth more with him, but that's alright. But yeah, with the Crest of Artorias, we can progress in Darkroot Garden past that door that I mentioned when we first came through here back in like part 6 or something. Or was it 5? I don't know. It was something like that. Honestly, I'm surprised that this is only part 15, I think. Yeah, this is part 15, so I was like, wow, alright, moving faster than I thought I would. I'm expecting this to be like 33, 34 parts or something like that. I don't know. Because realistically, I could beat the game in another like 8, probably. But, we're gonna do all the optional bosses, and that's gonna be like another 3 or 4. And then there's the DLC, which is probably going to be 3 or 4 parts on its own. I'm not sure. I might spend a part just showing how to get there, since I didn't show the stuff in Darkroot Basin next to it anyway. So maybe maybe it'll be 4 parts because of that, because the DLC only takes like an hour to run through, really. But I love the DLC, but it don't matter. We'll talk about it later. We can come into the rest of Darkroot Garden here, though, to the Forest Hunters. This is a great area to farm souls, by the way, if you're struggling at all. Just run back here, and pretty much all these NPCs will run up the staircase, and then they will, really? Why you gotta make me look bad? Usually they'll just run right off the edge. Maybe I'm not standing far enough back for them, but yeah, usually they'll just waltz over here, run off the edge. You'll get a couple thousand souls for each of them. I think he's just gonna keep on running, right? Come on. Come on, Mr. Sorcerer. You know you want to. Come on. I did this like 100 times. Did they like put out some sort of patch or something? There we go. That's what I would expect them to do. So if you don't want to fight these guys, don't. Just let them kill themselves. It's kind of nice, honestly. See if I can take this guy out. The issue is some of them are invisible and really hard to see, but like, see, there's just this guy over here, and then there's gonna be this other guy with the spider shield that I'm also gonna aggro. We're gonna see if I can get them all to just kill themselves. Make my life easier, not have to spend like 10 Estus fighting them. Because honestly, I'm not great at the boss here, so I'm wondering how that's gonna go on its own. But yeah, we'll just stand in the corner. See if anyone shows up. It looks like someone's casting spells. It's like, we got one. It's so funny to see them do this every time. But yeah, you can get like 10,000 souls for this. So like if you're really struggling, you need some extra levels, or you just need to buy some items, like if you're wanting to buy like a spell or something. This can be a pretty good way to get those materials and keep on going. But yeah, there's not like a ton here. If you go off to the right, I think you can get the enchanted ember, or is it the magic ember? It's one of those. But you'll also kind of want to take note of this area. You also have this cat here.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me. But cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. I see. A result most heathenish and gross. Then there is nothing more to say about this. Begone from...
So yeah, this is actually the Forest Hunters Covenant if you want to join it. But I'm not going to. I'm going to stay in the Chaos Covenant for a while. One thing I want to point out about Dark Souls is I kind of like how the game forces you to be more careful about your covenants. Dark Souls 2 and 3, you can kind of just flip between covenants whenever you want. There's no repercussions for it, really. But I kind of like that Dark Souls 1 is a bit more strict and peculiar on that, in a way. You can also find these little mushroom guys. These guys are so cute. I love them. But the big ones, if you see any big ones, stay far, far away. They are scary. Those are... Oh, that's where the ember is. If you go to that chest in the water there. But yeah, you'll want to remember this area. We're actually going to be seeing something very similar later on. Because this is the grave of Artorius over this way. Man, I'm not going to get to show the cool alternate cutscene. because of the way that I'm doing this. And I always forget where the ramp down here is. I think it's over here. Yeah, there it is. I don't want to take the extra fall damage, even though I'm going to use the Estus anyway. Is there not a ramp on this side? There is, I just didn't freaking see it. Yeah, the boss is just right here, so what I'll do is I'm going to fight the boss, and then I'll explore a bit more of the area for the rest of the episode, but I doubt I'll really show that much of it, because there's not a lot that's interesting, if I'm being honest. It's really just the boss. We've kind of gone through the interesting part, but yeah. One thing I do recommend doing is, I'm also wondering if this boss is weak to lightning or something. I'm not going to try it, I'm just going to fight it normally, but behind the gravestone here is actually a ring. You can just pick this up after the boss fight, but this is the Hornet Ring. If you parry a lot, this is really good for critical attacks and backstabs, so it's really good, especially in PvP. Meat. Okay, well, I was gonna make a joke about the Pokemon from Pokemon Sword, but I actually don't remember its name because I hate that game. But this is Sif, the Great Grey Wolf, Artorias' doggo, here guarding his grave, and uses a sword. It's very sick. I love this boss. It is fantastic. One of the shining examples of what makes Dark Souls so wonderful is Sif here. Ignore the fact that I am terrible at this fight, but okay, let's get underneath here, because Sif jumps around a good bit, so you kind of have to be careful. All right, is he gonna do? Oh no. Okay, get underneath. Yeah, if you stick underneath, you'll usually be all right, but you need to be ready for stuff like the great spin to win right there. Whew. The hardest attack is when he runs at you, to me, and then does a slash. But eventually, once Sif is a little lower, she will do what is tragic. And I'm surprised I'm not there yet, actually. I definitely will be in one more hit. Sif will start moving a little bit slower. And really? Still not there? Okay, definitely had it now. Yeah, look at that limp. This is part of what makes Dark Souls great, is just the attention to detail like that. Like, I like how in this fight Sif doesn't have some super uber powerful BS final phase. She's nearly dead. She's gonna act like she's nearly dead. Granted, Sif is like the only boss in the game that really does this, but like, look at that. It's tragic. And yet we have to kill her. Sif doesn't really want to fight you. She's just guarding her grave, and really the Covenant of Artorias, which is what we're really here for, because she doesn't want anyone traversing the Abyss. Artorias walked the Abyss and he suffered for it, because we need to go to the Abyss to take down the Four Kings. And that's why we're out here instead of just going straight down to New Londo ruins. But we'll definitely be in New Londo in the next video, and I was thinking about even starting it today, but I don't think I will. But we'll go on ahead and just wander around Darkroot for a bit. If I get close to death, then I'm just gonna leave, because I don't want to lose my 70,000 souls. But if you keep wandering around here, you can actually get to... Something I want to point out is you can actually come down here as early as you want, really. Oh, there it is. There's one of them. Those stupid enemies. Because back this way somewhere, there's a pathway that has a ladder going down towards Darkroot Basin, and these guys are a very difficult enemy to deal with. This is like the only spot in the game that they show up. I think that this is the same species as the cat of the Forest Hunters Covenant, but these guys are just a tough enemy. Mainly because of their supersonic roll, but you really just don't want to piss off multiple of them at once. As long as you don't do that, you should be fine. There's another one. I think there's like 3 or 4. Something like that. Oh god. Just as I opened my mouth on that. Get behind some trees for cover. Oh, it doesn't look like they want to come over here. Hi, haha. Just gonna keep on slashing at them. Uh-oh. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever seen this attack. Please don't kill me. This is gonna kill me, isn't it? Barely is not. Whew. Don't remember which one of you is almost dead. Okay, let's not get grabbed. Whew. See why I don't like these guys? Can you tell? Like, they're just a huge pain to... Oh, yeah, get absolutely destroyed. Okay. Clearly I can take this one out now. Okay, good. I really want to show this route at this point, now that I've, like, made my way all the way over here. Yeah, it's just down this path, I think. I don't know, I can't ever remember this part of the area that well. I know there's a bridge somewhere around here. Yeah, here it is. If you keep making your way down, you'll eventually reach the area where we fought Havel. And this is kind of where you'll usually end up. So this is the front part where we first found all the NPCs and whatnot. Like I said, if you keep going right, you'll find stuff. But it really isn't that interesting. So we'll not really mess with this. I want to show what's down here though, because why not? I think the ladder was right here, wasn't it? Yeah, here it is. Hi guys. Bye. Just because this is such an easy part of the game to forget about. Like, I feel like it's very rare for me to actually come to this part of the map. So I kind of want to show it while I'm here. Really just, usually I just like bolt straight to Sif and then move on with my day. But yeah, there's the Hydra. That's the watchtower with Havel over there somewhere. Like, that's Undead Berg. And we'll be back here later, but I'm going to go on ahead and just homeward bone out of here so we can get some levels with our 70,000 souls and not lose them all. So let's just work on dexterity a little bit. Bring our damage up to 346. That's pretty good. We have, what, 8 more dexterity levels, and then I'll probably be good on that for the game before focusing more on endurance. Although I kind of want to focus on endurance anyway, but yeah, let's go on ahead and warp back to Firelink and get our butts down to the new Londo ruins, since that's where we're going to be headed next time. I doubt I'm going to finish the whole area in one video, but that's okay. I might use it as a chance to show some stuff. But I do recommend going ahead and resting here, because there's actually not a bonfire for New Londo. This is going to be the closest one, so yeah, it's kind of rough, I'm going to be honest. It's not easy, but that's just how it is, so we're gonna deal with it. We'll just keep on going along. Just have to wait on the elevator. I'm kind of sad we had to fight Sif already, if I'm being honest, because if you do the DLC first, there's actually a special cutscene you get with Sif. And unfortunately, you can't show Kath and that cutscene in the same run, and instead I'm doing neither, so I'm like, eh. But the unfortunate thing is, like, that's kind of a New Game Plus kind of thing, because most people will probably be using weapons that go to plus 15. And so you really need to do Sif earlier so you can get to New Londo to get that item. But I'm gonna go on ahead and end this video here, and I'll see you guys next time, where we're gonna be heading off into the New Londo ruins in search of the 4 Kings. Bye bye.